Okay, here we go. Welcome everybody to the second inaugural product call for Organo. My name is NIKKI IDETA, Diamond Consulting, coming out of Hilo, Hawaii. Super excited for today's presentation and the testimonials that you guys are about to hear, and hopefully get some nuggets on how to up your retail sales, how to gain retail customers, and how to get your business started or restarted, launch your business, relaunch. But this is what this call is for. I'm looking forward to the end of the call for when we have some time for some Q&A. I am very excited to hear from as many of you as possible. Welcome to the call from wherever you're calling in from. Out of the 53 countries we have here in Organo, congratulations for making it to the call. I'm very excited to do this call. I feel honored and privileged to be able to be your host this week, this Monday, the second Monday that this call is on. So I want to give a huge shout out to Blue Diamond, Dr. Bob Rakowski, who did a phenomenal job last week with his the power of Ganoderma. I can speak for myself. I learned a lot from his presentation with all of the different miraculous things that our King of Herbs does for our body, as well as everything else. So thank you, Dr. Bob, for gracing us with your call last week. Very informational, very impactful, learned a lot. I want to thank, before we get this call started, I want to thank Corp, first of all, Miss Christelle Roberts and Mr. Edward Vargas for putting this call together for the company. What a great tool, another tool for us to build our business in different aspects regarding business building, products, retail. So thank you to Corp and Miss Christelle and Mr. Edward for putting this call together. Thank you also to, of course, our CEO and our owner, Mr. Bernie Chua and his beautiful wife, Adeline, and our global master distributor, Mr. Shane Moran, and his wonderful wife, Josie. Thank you for this call. And of course, our Chief Visionary Officer, Mr. Houghton Buggs, and his phenomenal, powerful wife, Mrs. Erlene. Thank you guys for this opportunity. Welcome to the call, guys. Welcome. And I think we can get this call started. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is NIKKI IDETA out of Hilo, Hawaii, Diamond Consultant here, calling in from my living room, and so glad to be here. So before we get started, I want to just give you guys like a little background of who I was, where I was at when Organo came into my life. At that time, I was a full-time teacher, and every day after school on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I worked a second job, which was running a program for the violent kids that couldn't attend school during the regular school day. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays after school, I ran a credit recovery program for kids to be able to graduate on time. And on Saturdays, I proctored the SAT exam at Cal High School. And on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays after school, I was going to students' homes and being a home hospital teacher for 3 hours a day. So that's how many jobs I had, guys. And let me tell you, the power of retail and the power of Organo has absolutely changed my life. So if you are out there listening right now, maybe you're a distributor, maybe you're a consumer, maybe you're a possible person looking if this opportunity is for you. I am a wife. I am a mother of 3 children. I used to be a school teacher. I'm married to a school teacher. I come from a long line of educators, and network marketing was new to me. And, you know, it has, ever since I became a part of this Organo family on June 15 of 2011, it has been nothing but a blessing to me. So before we get started, I mean, now I don't want to take all that time up. So how did I get started in Organo? I got started from a random sample. So that's the power, that is how I build my business through retail, is continuously going out and sampling. Now, about 3 weeks ago, I got contacted on Facebook by a woman who used to drink Organo, and she knew exactly what she wanted. She thought she knew exactly what she wanted, which was a box of King and a box of Black. So I do my retail from my home. So here I have her, my customer, one of my customers, Susan.
Aloha, everyone. How are you today? Well, first of all, I'd like to share with you that I was totally into the mode of trying something that I'm used to, and that was the King and the Black. And so what I did was I went on social media because I knew where to find Nikki, because I had been around the company before. And so I found Nikki on Facebook, and I sent her a text, and she contacted me back. And I set it up, and I went down to her place and picked up my King and my Black. And as we were talking for a while, as I was leaving, what she did was she handed me this little black bag that had a bunch of things in it that I had never tried before, which were Supreme, Black Iced Tea, the DX, and some of the other products that I'm familiar with but never tried. And so what I did was, when I went home, the next morning I tried the Supreme, and I mixed it with the King, and OMG, that is my new favorite. And I really, really am grateful that I took the risk to try something different. And I went there to pick up 2 products, and then a couple weeks later, well, actually a couple days later, I went back and I picked up about $300 worth of product. And I really, really enjoy it, you know, totally. So that's about it for me.
Thank you, Susan, for sharing. So guys, you see the power of sampling. Some people will come to you and they think they know what they want, but really they don't know what is available. So it is up to us to share all of the different products, to let them taste all the flavors. The next person I'm going to bring on is having to do with the power of tools. Because guys, when I got started in OG in 2011, there was the Coffee That Pays and the magazine, and that's, you guys know, that's how I built my business. But I also got hit up on social media from this young woman, and I'm gonna let her tell her story of how everything transpired and the power of tools and the customer base that she has been able to create. Sapphire Alyssa Ormonti.
Hi. Well, I got started from hitting her up on Facebook. I sent her a message because I saw that one of my PE teachers from before, I think he bought tea, and inside the description it says something like healthy coffee, healthy tea, just healthy. And at that time I wasn't a coffee drinker, but I've been trying to find something healthy for my mom. So I wrote to Miss IDETA, hi, I know you don't know me, but I know you, and do you sell decaffeinated coffee? And then like instantly she wrote back, yes I do. She gave me her number and she told me to call her, but I was working, so I didn't get a chance to really call her, so I was just texting her. And then she said, come when you're done work, but I was finished at midnight, so I didn't want to like come super late. So I told her, oh, I can come after I'm done work tomorrow. So I came that day, and remember at that time I didn't drink coffee. So when I walked in, she's like, how do you drink your coffee? And I was like, oh, I don't drink coffee. Like, I really don't. And then she's like, oh, no, you do. Everybody drinks coffee. And I was like, no, I don't. And then she made me a cup. And I was like, no, seriously, I really don't drink coffee. I'm here for my mom. And then eventually I gave in. I was like, okay. And then I took the first sip, and maybe like 20 seconds later, it hit me. I was like, oh, this is so good. What is this? And then we're talking, and then she left me after I bought whatever I needed, because I left as a PC. She also gave me a magazine and the DVD. And usually I don't watch those things, but the coffee was so good that when I went home, I was so energized. I was like, let me just check this stuff out. And then I was looking in the magazine, and then it said something like, I was flipping, and I saw her picture, and it said Diamond Consultant. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but this must be good. So then like I put in the DVD, and then within like, I think 2 minutes, it says something like, coffee is the highest paying commodity next to oil. So then I knew I had to like jump on this. So I texted her, oh, can I meet you tomorrow? And she said, sure. And then I came the next day, and I joined that Gold. And I've been here ever since. And what else?
So how much was the gold pack when you first joined?
Oh, it was around like $2,000 shipping to Hawaii.
And I mean, we have a disclaimer. Not everybody is gonna. It depends on how many people you invite and how excited you are. And but Alyssa, how long did it take you to make your investment back?
Maybe within like 6 hours of my couple of meetings, I made my money back. And then I had to put it in order because I sold my gold pack, which wasn't here. And I had to return everything to IDETA and a few other distributors. So I had to put in another order because I was retailing, I was sampling, and people were joining, and they're also retailing and selling, so I had to do that.
So would you say that that if it wasn't for the magazine and the Coffee That Pays DVD that I put into your black ice and latte bag that you got from me on that first occasion, would it be safe to say that you probably wouldn't be sitting here today?
Oh yeah, I definitely wouldn't be here because I probably wouldn't look into it. But since you gave it to me, I checked it out, and yeah, it was great.
How many months have you been in the business?
Oh, I think like 22.
And how many star achiever are you?
Oh, 22.
Thank you for sharing. So guys, we have so many tools available to us that are incredible. We can, what magazine and what DVD? The magazine was a Gold Standard magazine, and the DVD is a Coffee That Pays. But that is what she saw, and she liked what she saw, which is, the whole thing is exposure, right? As long as you can get the person to see the information, they'll make a decision. But the thing is getting them to see it. But the question is, do you have the tools? Did you invest in yourself and your business to have the tools that you need to succeed? Secondly, I wanted to hit on also that I do all my retail from my home because everything is set up here for to taste every flavor, and that's what we do. And Alyssa has a husband. He was just posted on my OGA and Organo Gold this morning. And Alyssa has attended every single event with me and the rest of us without her husband, but he was always at our home meetings, but silent and watching. And sometimes it takes positive association to, and that's what it's about too, to up your retail sales or to get retail sales. It's about positive association because Marino was always positive, but it took him a while of being around at our house every night to absorb the association. And you guys can see that he's lost over 70 pounds. He was just put on social media by Organo again this morning. And so I'm going to bring Marino on so that he can share with you guys about his retail base that he's gained because of the belief that he has from hearing about the excitement of the events and how he went to the event and qualified for the training and created an incredible retail base himself. Hi, Marino.
Hello, hello. Again, my name is Marino Yumanpi, Sapphire consultant from Hilo, Hawaii. It took, as Miss IDETA said, it took a while for me to join. So all I did is just support my wife with whatever she did. Come here, just listen to whatever they said. And then when NIKKI asked me if I wanted to join as with my wife, I was like, oh yeah, sure. So when I first started, I just hand out samples. Not even doing all the steps. We're supposed to hand out the samples, get your name, and follow up. So it took me maybe, I don't know, maybe a month to just give out free samples without even following up. And then after that, my wife told me, did you get their number? I was like, no, you said just give out samples. So, I mean, it takes a team to create to create a better and a good, I would say a really good teamwork, because she was the one that kept pushing me to be, get their number, get your customer's number, and just to follow up. And then after that, I just give out the samples and then get their names and then follow up. Other than that, when I started losing weight, it was incredible. I thought I would never lose weight. As Miss NIKKI said, I lost about 70 pounds. And then with that testimony, I just shared to all my coworkers, my friends, and then that's how they joined. They joined as customer, as my customers, or they joined as a distributor. And then I'm forever thankful to this company for the amount of weight I lost. And with that said, I feel fantastic. Thank you, Organo.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Marino, for that wonderful testimonial on positive association, because, you know, I know that there's a lot of you out there who can relate that maybe your other half is not in it with you. But, you know, when you keep going to events, you might be going alone, but as you start going and when you come back and you show results and you stick with it, like Mr. Bug says, set yourself on fire and people around you will catch on fire too in a positive way. So with that, guys, I want to bring on with the power of events. For those of you who have been in Organo for a while, I have a distributor on my team who's here today. His name is Keith. He has been with us since 2013 and has gone to every single event that Organo has put on. but more importantly, he has a solid customer base, but his story is incredible. So for those of you who think that maybe since I don't have a customer yet, or I only have 2 customers, or I only have 1 distributor, maybe I shouldn't go to UTX. Listen to Keith.
Hello, everybody. My name is Keith Kuwamoto. And how did I join the business? Well, it was back in November 2012 when my auntie called saying there was a coffee opportunity. Because back then I didn't drink coffee, why should I go to this coffee opportunity? Then I was wondering, earlier that year, my dad was given samples from this former distributor that he was given at a local restaurant. He was given 1 black, 1 mocha, and 1 hot chocolate. In fact, I still have this sample of the hot chocolate from 5 years ago. So I went to the coffee opportunity, which happened to be a CGM or coffee jazz mixer. And that's how I met my diamond consultant, Mrs. NIKKI IDETA. Now, why would you want to go to all the events that you qualify for? Well, the first event I went to was a Super Saturday in Honolulu, in November 2012. Then the first major event I went to was in January 2013. It was called, back then, the Project 50K, which is now known as the UTX, Ultimate Training Experience. I went with my auntie, and I was awed by all the loud crowd of 25,000 people and all the synergy in the Toyota Center Arena. People all over there, they were pumped up with excitement. Now, after going through all those negativity that you meet along the way with all the no's, no more money, no more time, it's great to hang out with like-minded people with the right mindset. And at the event, who knows, you might get to meet some of the diamonds over there or the high income earners, and you might learn a nugget or a tidbit from them to boost your business. Plus, you get to meet new friends, get to meet the other distributors, ask them, why did they join the business? Or how did they join the business? And then what works for them and what doesn't work for them. And you can learn a lot of information that way. That's why every time I like to go to events, because that's how you get to really boost your energy and make you all gung-ho when you go back home, start your business. Now, when I first started, I didn't, I wasn't that gung-ho about it because I had a lot of money back then. But as the money started running low, then I decided to get more serious with my business. And so I started 2.5 years later, after January 2013, and that's how I got my first customer. And after that, I started slowly building my customer base. And that's why now I have about 20 customers that are steady. And I hope to get more after this. But don't forget, when you go to an event, make sure you have a goal or some expectations that you want out of the event. Your upline or diamond or whoever's your upline will tell you you should go with some goals or expectations. So when you go to the event, you know what you can expect from the event, and hopefully you learn more about it that way. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith, for sharing. So guys, just to recap what Keith said, it's super important. It took him 2.5 years to get his first customer, and he still went to every single event. So the whole thing is just sticking the course, staying focused and on what your goal is, having a strong why. And sometimes you need desperation to get you going, like my situation. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate out there. I don't know anybody. I'm not saying that I'm the hardest worker, but I don't know anybody who worked as many jobs as me before OG, and I still didn't have money. So guys, I wanted to also talk to you guys about the power of social media. And I don't mean for you guys to go and flood social media with pictures of products and buy this, buy that. No, because what I share on social media is success stories and testimonials. And that way, I constantly try to make sure that I always have that on to let people know that not only am I in OG, but I am OG. And that's how people come to my house. I have our last testimonial, and she is also someone who found me on Instagram, I believe. But I want her to share her story. She was just on Organo's site yesterday for a distributor spotlight. So we have VIP consultant here, Khalil Kaapana.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Khalil. I started back in last year, 2017, I'm sorry, in September. I reached out to her through social media. I heard about Organo through a family friend, and I really wanted to lose weight because I really had a hard time. So it was late at night, and I DM'd her about Organo. She told me to call, but I really didn't because I was kind of ashamed. So she called me, and the reason why I joined too is because I am a kidney transplant recipient. So that is really the reason why I joined, because I really do have a hard time losing weight with all the medications I take. But other than that, it's really helped me not only with my weight, but with health in general. I feel way better. I mean, I'm more active. And what I used to not be able to do, I can do now. And I really enjoy the product, and I love the product, and I would recommend it to everybody.
How is your customer base since you started, and with your weight results?
My customer base has been good. I've been helping people that's in the same predicament as me or in the health industry area. And yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So what she's saying is that we cannot give any health claims here, but because of her health condition, she is around others like herself in the same health situation, and that she's been able to help a lot of those people. So guys, I wanted to just give one last nugget before we open up for Q&A. With every potential distributor and customer that I have, since they're at my house, I make everybody log into my Wi-Fi at my house, and there are certain key pages, and I highly recommend for everyone. I have them open their Instagram account and follow OGX Testimonials, Organo Gold, xforever.club, Holton Bugs, and Shane Moran. And on Facebook, I have them follow Organo Gold, and I tell them to look for the page that has over 20,000 followers. And I also tell them to follow Holton Bugs and Shane Moran. This is so that I let them know that they're following these pages so that they can stay in the loop. And perhaps even if they're a customer, they will one day they will see something that will change their mind, or something will click in their head that this is for them. So that is all I have for you guys.
Hi, Nikki. This is Christelle. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Christelle.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Krista Roberts, the Senior Director of Business Development for Organo. Thank you, Nikki, for such an amazing call. I have a couple of questions for you.
Mhm.
So, number one, you have been with Organo for a very long time right now. And if there is one thing for sure is you are a follower of the rules. And, every time we have an incentive or anything, you're always on the top 10. And you make sure your team duplicate as well. So because of that, I would like for you to talk about the power of duplication. Can you tell us a little bit more in terms of retail? What is your daily average in terms of retail? And Edward, if you can please put the income claim, so we're good. What is your daily average or weekly?
Crystal, it's a great question because yesterday Alyssa just came and helped me do my taxes. So I will just say that most of my customers are cash customers. So when I had to print out my my PayPal here, it was 15,000. So I would say that my monthly average of retail would be between 5 and 10,000.
Okay, so as we all know in Organo, there is 7 ways to be paid. And on way number 1, so retail, you average, let's say 10K a month. And I do know for a fact that you have been able to help people in your team to duplicate as Alisa. What is the weekly average of Alisa or monthly? I forgot because she was working when she started with Organo and she has been able to make a lot more than her job. I actually wanted to ask her the question, but I didn't want to interrupt. So I would like to ask you, I know you're the sponsor, so you do know.
Alyssa makes probably about she says she makes about 1,000 a week, so about 4,000 a month.
Perfect. So she's doing that by retailing the product, giving the samples. But what I really like that is amazing about your team is, yes, you are the powerhouse of retail, but you do recruit a lot. I remember last year, out of 12 months, we're doing the top recruiter every month. And if I'm not mistaken, out of 12 months, you are in the top 10 times out of 12. So retailing is a way for you to do a lot of cash. That is fantastic. But if I'm not mistaken, could we say that it's also a way for you to recruit?
Oh, definitely. Because, like Christelle, a great example would be like Alyssa. She started off buying it cash. Then she signed up as a PC. Then she came and signed up as a distributor. And I have so many, especially since OGX got launched. I have so many cash customers that turned into packs and who have also gotten their dual team just because of coming to a mixer here and being able to share their story. So yeah, it is a great way because they start off as cash customers and then sometimes it takes them, sometimes they're unsure, I think. So after they see the results and other people start asking them about the products and where they can get it from, then they realize that, hey, I should be a distributor because I can invite them to Nikki's house and they'll want to join too. So,
absolutely. And another thing that I have been able to say, as you just mentioned, so you always did retail, but since OGX line launched, it's literally triple your business. And one of the things that I witnessed with you is the power of social media, as you mentioned. You have been an advocate on your Facebook and Instagram to show your result from day one. When we started with OGX, you didn't feel as good as you are today. Can you talk to us about your journey, where you were when we start OGX, where you are right now, the weight loss and how it changed your life, but also your family life?
oh, sure. That's a great question. Before OGX started, I can honestly say that I felt I was depressed. And I allowed myself to feel depressed because of my weight gain, obviously. You know, I was 187 pounds. I think I was a size 18. Uh, I, I wasn't doing much with the business because I didn't feel good. And when OGX came out, and I was fortunate enough to be chosen and selected to be one of the 50 to test it, I was so excited because I saw a huge opportunity there for myself, um, to look better, feel better, and do better, and to have to basically relaunch my organo career. And it has been nothing short of amazing for myself and my entire family and everybody who I've come into contact with organo since then.
So how much weight did you lose?
Um, over 60 pounds.
How many size?
I went from a size 18 to a size 0.
And can we say that since the beginning you have been very transparent on your social media? You show the picture of you before, when usually people don't really like to take pictures of before. You made a statement to make sure that you have this picture of before, and you're making a point for anyone coming into your house to take a picture. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
When the OGX launched and you guys asked for a front, side, and back view, I made a decision when I got notified that I would be in the pilot program, that I was going to win. I mean, Mr. Haynes talked about it yesterday, that healthy competition is always good, right? And I made a decision that I was going to win. Like in my mind, I just knew. And so I put on a tube top, like you said, I was very transparent. I put on a tube top and I put on spandex, and I told my husband, take a picture of me with this, because I know that this is not going to be me at the end of 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. I know there's going to be a total transformation. And because of that, and I saw my business, I mean, as soon as the dream packs were released, I already had enough customers waiting for 3 triple dream packs when we came back from the launching of it, just because of the pictures that I posted. So from that, I learned that every single person that comes to my house, they have to take a front, side, and back view, and they all do, because I tell them it's not for me, it's for them, so that a week from now or 2 weeks from now, when they say that they don't see a difference, they can send me a selfie and I can literally put it side by side and send it to them. And then later on down, like 30 days, 40 days down the line, I have another story to post on Instagram and Facebook regarding our products and what they do for me.
So the social media really help you to boost your business, and you're making sure that people within your team make sure to duplicate, correct?
As much as possible, yes. The picture taking part, some of them are finding challenges with getting people to take pictures of the products. I think that will come as confidence comes.
Yep.
That the picture taking will come. So to keep the duplication going, I find that it's very effective to have it at my house, because I'm kind of direct, but like just going with the flow, where, okay, now we're going to take a picture of all your products. Now you're going to take a picture of your front, side, and back, and then they just flow and do it. So soon, I believe that will be that action right there will be duplicated.
I'm going to jump right in on a question that we just received from Dave Doyle from Canada. Do you have a tip for how to best use social media to build business and relationships?
That's a great question, Dave. And by the way, I had a great time with you in Mexico, you and your wife. I absolutely do. In the beginning, I used to, out of desperation, just like take a picture of a cup of coffee or a box of coffee and be like, hey, please come and try this, or I have the best coffee out there, like come hit me up, call me, this is what I have. The best tip I can give Dave and anyone who's listening to this call regarding social media, the most effective way to do it is post results. It could be weight loss results. It could be people purchasing from you. Get a picture of them with you or by themselves and post it. And I will tell you that that will bring you more customers, because the people that are buying from you, sometimes they have more of a relationship or a connection with somebody else who's looking at their page as you tag them. And then they'll say, oh, we knew NIKKI was selling that. We knew she had that available to buy, but we don't really know her that well. But oh, so-and-so took a picture with the product. So if she's buying or he's buying, it must be good. So let me contact her. So yes, there is a proper way. Post your results. Post your customers.
And to answer in the same direction, there is a question that just arrived from Daniel Michael. Has being a product of the product boosted your business?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe, and I think every leader will attest to this. You need to be a product of the product. You need to be your own walking billboard, because it's very challenging. OGX is huge. The OGX line is incredible with the amount of people who need it, want it, don't even know about it yet. But if you are not a product of the product, how are you going to offer weight loss? Because I know it's weight management, but the majority of the people get on it, I believe, in my experience anyway, for weight loss. If you don't have, maybe you're skinny and you don't need to lose weight. Well, go find some people who need to lose weight and offer it to them and post their results. But if you're overweight, there is no reason why you should not be a walking testimonial, because it is impossible to promote a product when people are going to look at you and say, she's trying to sell me something or offering me something that doesn't look like it works, when it works.
Absolutely. Going back to your story about retail, I witness many times me calling you and you're like, I just arrived in my driveway. There is people at my doors that I don't know. I'm guessing they found me on social media and they want some product. So that brings a question of Suzanne Engel. Hi, NIKKI. Have you ever gone door to door? If so, what does that interaction look like? If not, do you recommend it?
Honestly, like, I don't recommend going door to door. I've never done it, actually, like knock on doors. But I do recommend doing retail from your home, because it's someplace that there's a higher level of trust, because you're allowing them into your home. And you obviously have enough product to offer them, more than what they're looking for, because they don't know what they're looking for until they come and they get to taste what you have and see what you have. On the same note, though, we do live in Hawaii, and and my neighborhood is pretty safe. I got asked this question yesterday about talking about people coming into my home, strangers, which are 99% of my customers, and the people that you've all that have given their testimonies today. I've never met them prior to a cold. They're from my cold market. Um, if you're gonna do that, make sure that you do have some, some kind of safety in your house. Like for me, I have sounds that ring, the chimes that the whole house goes off if doors open and whatever. Um, but going door to door, I've never recommended that to anyone on my team, and I can't see how you can form a relationship and a trusting relationship or find a common ground standing up talking to someone in front of their door. So no, I wouldn't recommend that. I hope that answers your question. I know I was long-winded, but that's how I feel.
Thank you, Nikki. I would like to go back to the story on how you retail, because I think it's very powerful, the way you serve the people. You mentioned in the beginning of the call that sometimes people contact you because, again, the people that are on the line, if you don't know Nikki IDETA, if you don't know how she retail, really just look at her Facebook. Actually, one is full, right? You have more than 5,000 people. I don't even know if you can see, but she's basically, first of all, making sure that she posts everything that we post on Organo. If you go on OGX testimonial on Instagram, you're going to see a lot of pictures. Many of them are her customer. And she has a very particular way to make sure that everybody get exposed to the products. What I mean by that is, you come saying that you want a king of coffee, but she's going to make sure that you try the product at least once. She's going to ask you the right question. And I was very amazed about how she walked me the very specific questions that she asked people to make sure she understands them, she knows them. We can really talk about the power of listening, because everybody want to feel better. Everybody want to look better. So by listening their story, she know exactly what they should try. And she always makes sure that they try at least once. She's not going to get back to you. Those people are coming to you because they need help. You don't basically need their help. They need yours. So can you walk us fast just on the systems that you have, that is, just to make sure I explain properly, because you have many systems, but one is, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to lose it fast, really fast? Do you want a flat stomach? Can you help us to walk through that question, number one? Number two would be, you mentioned that you always have product in your house.
Yeah.
I know you are a perfect attendance, star achiever, and superstar achiever from the beginning, but you don't spend just 450. Your order are a lot larger than that, because you always make sure you have product and sample in your home. So if you can walk us to, how do you make sure to serve your customer and to make sure that you answer what they need?
First, Crystal, those are great questions. Mostly the people that come here, of course, they're here because they see the pictures, right, that I post. And you guys post awesome pictures for marketing. So I have incredible pictures to repost. So when they come for weight loss / health, which is weight loss, I ask them, I make sure that they know that OGX works incredibly by itself. It does. But I also ask them, do you want to lose weight slow, or do you want to lose weight fast? It's just switching it around. Like if they're a distributor, do you want to make money slow or fast? All of them are going to say, I want to lose weight fast. Great. Then this is a combination you need, because obviously, did you come to my house because you saw, what did you see? Oh, I saw on when you posted this person and that person. And I'll be like, yeah, do you know them? And they'll be like, yeah, I think I saw them around. They work here, they work there. I said, okay. So then I asked them, do you want what I'm on, which is what they're on, or would you just like to do the OGX, which is great by itself, or would you like to have that flat stomach and the weight loss that quickly? And they say, I want to lose weight fast and I want the flat stomach. And I say, great. Then you need to drink 2 shakes a day, because 2 shakes a day will melt the fat away. But you also need to drink 3 to 5 Kings a day. And you also need to drink a black coffee after every meal. And, I'm just saying this because it works for me and it works for everyone around me. You drink the black erase. You drink the black coffee right after you eat. So basically you have enough coffee for that. And you boil at least 2 gallons of mixed red and green tea, which is what I have in here, my flask that you guys gave us for the first season moment. And you drink it all day because I tell them, you need 5 green and 5 red in 2 gallons, boiling for 15 minutes. And when you do that, you'll find that your body is hydrated. It's flushing out the toxins. It has 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 fat, practically 0 caffeine in it. All it is highly vitamin-packed water to flush out the toxins and the fat in your body. And everyone is seeing results with that. That's a weight loss system that I offer.
Thank you so much. I believe that will answer the question of Bradley Merkland from UK. Hi, Bradley. He was asking, what advice do you give to customer or members who aren't seeing results as quickly, but they are feeling amazing? So I believe you just answered that question, because again, she's applying a system. So by using this system so far, and I witness it, I never witnessed any distributor or retail in NIKKI's lines that did not lose weight using the system she just mentioned. The teas, the coffee, like there is a lot of very specific things that you have to do. Another question of Bradley was, how many samples do you aim to do per day? Do you have a minimum?
That's a great question, Bradley. Crystal, because a lot of I get to post a lot of results on my social media page, believe it or not. Like you look at the people who gave their testimonials today, they all came to me. But it's using social media in the right way. Now, Bradley, as far as your question with how many people I sample, there's no number that I shoot for. I just go along my day and sample people. However, where I do my nails, I have sample bags there, and my that day I posted it in the Diamond Chat. That I made a few sales as I was getting my nails done, and this Friday I have a meeting with somebody, because as they take samples from there. That's not the only way I sample, trust me, I sample person to person. But they have to leave like their name, their phone number, all of that. And I have a meeting this Friday at 3:30 with one of the 4 people that I made contact with so far. But as far as sampling, I sample anybody I run into. A lot of times I sample you without even a sample on me. I sample you with opening up my phone and opening up OGX testimonials and saying, are you free? What's the best time for you? Mornings or afternoons? Mornings, 9 or 11. I always give them 2 choices and they always pick one of the 2. So I sample everyone that I run into, every person.
Thank you, Nikki. And I think I'll take this last question from Ali Ross. I think you kind of answered it, but I want to make sure. Hi, Nikki. Great call. Really learning a lot. Been in since November 2017, sampling and spreading the goodness. My question is, for sampling, I will sort of ask how strong they like and its flavor, how strong they like the I didn't understand that. Okay. How strong they want the flavor of the product, so maybe handling out between 2 or 4 samples per person depending on what they saw. Would you recommend one of each product to let them try everything?
You know, it depends, Christelle, but I really am a firm believer in what I teach. This is definitely duplicated throughout my whole team. The person who gives out the most coffee and the most samples is the person who will get the most results, the most customers, the most results in anything. So I can speak for myself and everyone here and everyone who's not here on my team. In our sample bags, we give 2 of every product and 1 DX, 1 XT, and 1 black ice. So you are looking at a pretty good sample bag, so that my reasoning is that they're going to taste one and then they're going to say, I think it's good, but I'm not sure if the mocha was good, but I think it was. Then the next day they can drink another one and be like, yeah, it is good. Well, I wonder what that latte is, but I don't drink the black. Maybe their husband or their wife drinks the black. Maybe their mom lives with them like me and she drinks the black. So I think it's a win-win situation when you fill the sample bags with 2 of each, because they can take one to try it and the second one for verification that and confirmation that it is good and that they do feel a difference. And the other flavors in there that they don't like, very rare do they live by themselves, and they'll have someone there that does want to try it. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you so much, Nikki. So that's the last question. Sorry, we have a lot of questions today. It's from Daniel Michael. Do you have customers back off when you tell them the price, or do the testimonials and your confidence push that aside?
I rarely, I would say maybe like 1% back off. That's it. You know, I'm sure you guys see, Christelle, when I input, like say silver packs, the silver packs come out to like $900 something because they want the whole system. The silver pack, you need to add 4 red teas, 3 green teas, 2 blacks, and a bar of soap, a set of the OG beauty bars. So very rare does that happen. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nikki. Yes, I like actually the fact, and another fact that is very important about you is you are religious when it comes to the soap. For you, the soap is something that absolutely everybody should have. So it doesn't matter if people come in regard of weight loss, they have to try the soap, right?
Yes. And you know what? Everyone loves it though. Everyone loves it. They'll buy it. I let them know that this is what you're choosing to buy right here. Well, this is what you have to buy. It's only $36. And sorry, I gave the price, but it is. It's only $36 and it's going to be the best soap you ever had. I have never had one person tell me they don't like it. They always come back for more.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Nikki, for such an amazing call. I don't know if you wish to share anything else before we finish the call.
No, I just would like to let you guys know that, you know, I'm calling in, you know, from Hawaii. And, you know, if you guys are thinking like, I wonder if I can do this. Imagine that I would never dream as a school teacher that I would be doing a call like this from the middle of my living room we're just a string of islands, 2,666 nautical miles away from where we call in Hawaii the mainland, which is the 48 contiguous states. My city of Hilo has 43,000 people. That is our population. So if you think if this has created any kind, and if this call, if anything, should make you believe that no matter where you are, where you come from, or what you're doing, you can do it. You can do it. If Keith can stick it out for 2.5 years and go to every event, you can go to UTX. I don't know where you guys are calling in from, but for us in Hawaii, $1,100 for a round trip airfare to Vegas is cheap, and we make it. So get to UTX, because I want to meet everybody who's on this call, and maybe people who aren't even on this call. I want to see you guys at UTX, because everyone you saw today and more will be at UTX, and we're grateful for our $1,000 round trip ticket. So I'll see you guys at UTX. Anything else, Christelle?
Thank you, Nikki, for an amazing, powerful call. Just want to say, guys on the call, please follow us on social media for our next speaker. It's going to be fantastic, amazing, powerful Casey Nielsen next Monday, 10 a.m. And we'll share with you the subject and everything on social media within 24 hours.
Sorry about that. I wanted to say too, one last thing. Make sure you guys follow OG Academy. I forgot to write that down. Follow OG Academy on Facebook and my OG on Instagram. And that's where you will get all the powerful information as well. And sorry about that. Next week, I'm so looking forward to Blue Diamond Casey Nielsen out of Loveland, Colorado, as she comes on this line and does her thing. So thank you guys for logging on, and thank you, Christelle and Edward, for a great call. I appreciate all of you for tuning in.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.